Oh,
Hi.
I brought you a big ball.
I did.
Did you expect it to be that challenging?
No.
That the sort of thing y'all would.
I haven't talked to him,
Oh, really?
but apparently he called my daughter last night.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to
Just
him
a
at all.
second.
Ella calls me about 11 o'clock last night. She goes,
They were ran for.
Uncle Dave just called me. I was like, she said, no, he wants me to do a tattoo for him and
Morning or
tattoo.
afternoon. Excuse me.
Well, she's finished her apprenticeship with Mr. Brent.
Is Mr. Rogers coming?
Oh, yeah.
Call our meeting to order. Are you ready, Mark?
Yes, these are. This one, Mark.
Red lights.
Or is it no? Can you hear him?
No, it's showing. Josh isn't here, is he?
No, Josh isn't here. He's doing it remotely.
Kenny Rogers won't be here tonight. Talked to him earlier. He fell again a couple of weeks ago and broke his back. Besides his hip, now he's got his back to deal with. But he apologized for not being able to make him. Can we get a roll call, please?
Chairperson Winters.
Here.
Sorry. Commissioner Davis. Here. Commissioner Ezell.
Here.
Commissioner Rogers. Vice Chairperson Wilson.
Here.
Everyone would stand with me and join me in the pledge of allegiance, please. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have the minutes from our June the 13th meeting. Has everybody had the opportunity to look at those? Any corrections, discussion?
Make a motion, we accept the minutes from June 13th meeting.
I second the motion.
Okay, we have a motion, a second. Get a roll call, please.
Commissioner Davis. Yes. Commissioner Ezell.
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Wilson.
Yes.
Chairperson Winters.
Yes, ma'am. We have 4 properties on the agenda tonight. The first one, we need to get an update on 5305 Cornell Street. Wayne, you want to step up to the mic there and you want to give us an update, or do you have an update for us?
We honestly don't. The last same thing pretty much stands from last meeting, that the property is still condemned. It's over the 30% mark, that the property still needs to be brought into either full code compliance and or demolition. I know that it was in between owners. Charlie kind of talked to somebody last
Okay,
time. I really don't know.
it's
honestly.
my understanding, Wayne, you've got the buyer, a new buyer in place for the property on
Right,
Cornell.
it's a nail. Yeah. It was. Got 2 of them.
Hey, if you would, give us your name and address and phone number,
Yeah.
information, please.
My name is Anel Salamovic. My address is 1910 Creekmore, Chattanooga, Tennessee, 37.
Okay,
11 East Street right here. Literally, that property is behind a Walgreens, so I'm familiar.
okay.
Could you spell your name?
Last
please?
name.
Anel. Last name is S-E-L-I.
Oh, no, that's okay. You don't have to.
Okay, what we got going on with the property right now?
Well, actually, we are going to purchase the property and all that from the.
Mr. Upchurch?
Yes.
Okay,
That's correct. Then when we close, we will do everything proceed on that. This is part as well.
Okay. Do you want to state your name just for the record?
Carrie Thornhill. Carrie Thornhill.
Your plans, are you going to demolish the house or are you going to renovate it?
Yeah, we were looking at both options. We've done a couple of things, even in conditions that bad. We're gonna have our contractors come by, check it out and see if there's an option to salvage it. We know it's a total gut remodel and we're not here to tackle that yet. If need be. But there's a timeline because we just learned about potential demolition hearing. If there's a timeline that's given, once you understand.
Okay, if you would keep in touch with codes enforcement, do you have an estimated close date on the property
Close on Friday this week.
this Friday?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if you would keep in touch with codes enforcement and keep them abreast what your intentions are.
Contact number, I'll give my contact number. We'll stay in touch from the start to the finish.
Okay, if you would share that information there. Anybody else got any questions on the property?
Make a
How you doing?
motion to carry it over for either 30 or 60
442.
days.
I think that's a good idea.
And yeah.
Probably 60 would give them enough time to.
And then she can update us in between.
Yeah, because we're gonna have to clean up inside. There's a lot of,
That would be September the 12th would be that meeting. I make a motion, we move this property to come before us again on Monday, September the 12th, 2022.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to
yeah.
pass
the
5305
address is,
Cornell Street to September the 12th at 5:30 PM. Get a roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Davis,
Yes.
Commissioner Ezell,
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Wilson,
Yes,
Chairperson Winters.
Yes, ma'am.
Tennessee 374.
Mr. Upchurch, if this sale consummates and goes through on Friday, you won't have to come back to this next meeting.
Okay. We'll close it this weekend and get it going, and once we close, I'll notify y'all guys and we'll start cleaning up inside and all that.
Good luck.
thank you very much.
All right, not a problem.
Thank you, guys.
The next property we'll need an update on is 3416 Land Street.
Yes, sir. So the property is still condemned. The house has been cleaned out completely, but no permits have been pulled and our staff has not been contacted to go back to do the inspection as needed to really see what's going on. Our recommendation is just to keep it in housing commission until repairs are made and or permits pulled. It's kind of, I guess, in the air. Nobody's contacted us.
Who
And-
cleaned out the house? Was it the new owner of the bank or?
I'm assuming the bank, because it is on the market currently for sale.
Yeah.
But nobody has called, and I know when Charlie was still here, he did reach out. Never got a response, so
Since that was condemned, just for a safety mindset, is it still locked up?
yes, it's still boarded up, and we still have the lock on the outside of the door.
They have the condemned signs on the outside.
Yes,
on the
sir.
exterior.
Yes, sir.
So they can't show the house till they clear it through you, correct? Through the real estate.
Actually, yeah, they can.
I'd say, because I know Charlie, we gave, so Mike Chauncey was I guess he's the realtor over that property right now. So we did give him a key, but we told him that it's still condemned and he had to get with us, so we could get in to do the inspection on it. So either way, it's still condemned. I don't know what you.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Michael Howell, CDB Streets Building Inspector. I did talk to Mr. Chauncey earlier this week. I relayed to him that the house would stay condemned. Once you did find out if someone did purchase the house, the condemnation would stay on the house until the house was completely brought back up to code. So it'll remain in the condition that it is in the condemnation state.
Okay. We want to leave this on the agenda and just pass it till we can get an update, figure out what's going on, till somebody buys permits.
Which
Yeah.
would mean,
We'll make a motion to pass this case 3416 Land Street to August 8th.
Do I have a second?
a second.
We have a motion second to pass 3416 Land Street to August the 8th. Get a roll call, please.
Commissioner Davis,
Yes.
Commissioner Ezell,
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Wilson,
Yes,
Chairperson Winters.
Yes, ma'am. Our next property is 1024 Hurst Street. We have a representative here for that property.
The public adjuster that the owners have hired reached out to me directly. His name is Danny Dill. He went out, well, okay, let me phrase myself. Charlie and I went out before to look at it to kind of see, what the damage was. Charlie thought that it was going to be about 30% damaged. Danny Dill, which is the public adjuster, went in the house fully. And I have a letter as well in my file stating that he believes it's 65 to 70% damage, just because the fire department had to go in and pretty much exhaust all resources in trying to maintain and keep the fire out. So according to what our codes read, since it is above that 50% mark, it needs to be demolished. Which is what we recommend. And also they're kind of in agreement as well.
so were these owners notified to be here today?
They were,
Got receipt of delivery of the,
not from, I do have where I sent it. I never got anything back. I tried to also call them, but their voicemail wasn't set up. And then Mr. Dill reached out. He couldn't be here either. But if y'all want to see this, I can pass this letter to y'all if you need to see it.
I do. I have another question. His homeowner's insurance. Have they already taken care of that? Mr. Deal's a second.
Correct. So he said that State Farm is waiting to hear what we say because they know that it was coming to Housing Commission. And he said that basically they're just waiting on us to see what I guess we decide, to do. And going off of his statement, that's what we kind of recommended to do. It's in rough shape. So
State Farm hadn't issued any checks to him yet.
no. Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Who told you it was above 60%
Danny Dill, the public adjuster, I think that's what I said.
from the insurance company?
The owners hired him apparently.
your contractor? Okay,
So have the adjusters been out with the insurance?
Apparently they were going back and forth on it.
I mean, the pictures, it looks
I couldn't get to the inside.
on repair.
Yeah. It's still roped off and it did not seem too safe to try to go in.
Does anybody know the value of the home prior to the fire?
Anything more?
What the value was prior to the fire?
Prior, it says 98,200 according to that property card.
Yeah, the property taxes running about $13.50 a year.
property
So-
taxes up to date.
Yeah, everything's current. I think we ought to give them just a little bit of time to negotiate between the adjuster and the insurance company and maybe give them 30 days and reevaluate it and see what's going on.
So if I understand this right, so that the first insurance, a State Farm, they've already been out, they made a decision. Mr. Deal doesn't agree, and so he wants to go higher. Is that where we're at right
That's what
here?
that's what I heard. Yes, sir.
So if we take the recommendation of demolishing it because it's 65, 70%, where does that leave them?
As in State Farm or the homeowners?
Yes, State Farm.
State Farm. He said that whenever he talked to State Farm said that they were going to give, I want to say 90 something thousand, 100 something thousand, maybe something like that back to the homeowners. And then they hired Mr. Dill and Mr. Dill was like, this is a lot worse than what they're saying it is. So
Most of these insurance come in initially and they'll lowball them anyway. They won't give you the actual value without you fighting with them, you know. That's what I've experienced over the years.
And State Farm only said 30% damage, right?
He never gave me a number. I have not heard from State Farm. I've only heard from him.
I don't want this to be a house that we have to deal with for 1 or 2 years. I'd like to, if we're going to do anything, I'd say move it to August and have the owners and their contractor be here at the next meeting. If not, then we'll take appropriate action to go from there, because for the community, we can't leave it sitting
Right.
burnt like that. It creates hazards with,
But did you say that the owner and Mr. Deal want it demolished?
That's what I was informed of. I posted this on the structure. That's the only person that has reached out to me. I told him that, you know, we were having this hearing today, that it was recommended for them to be here. I
I wish
tried to
they'd have
call.
showed up and presented proof of the
Right.
cost.
Right.
You know. I think we ought to require them to be here at the next meeting and show proof of what the actual cost is going to be to renovate it or demolish it, either way.
August 8th?
I make a motion, move it to August 8th. Make sure that Mr. Deal and the property owners are notified and that they're present.
Can the adjuster for State Farm, can he show up?
Sure.
Okay.
You want them all?
You don't have to request him. I'll ask him.
Okay.
Looking for a second.
I'll second.
Okay. Get a roll call, please, Melissa.
Commissioner Davis,
Yes.
Commissioner Ezell,
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Wilson,
Yes.
Chairperson Winters.
Yes, ma'am. Next property is 893 Donaldson Road. Do we have any representatives here from that property?
So, this home sustained severe fire damage that is most definitely over the 50% range. I have reached out to the owners, and I also have where the, owner got the repair cleanup demo paper hand delivered to him. He already knows that it does have to be demoed because of the amount of damage with it. And his insurance company has already been out. That's in the works. It's pretty much just letting you guys know that it's gonna be demoed.
So the insurance company's taking care of it?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, this one is fully with his insurance.
Okay.
So were they planning to demo it or they wanting us to order it? We don't have the funds right now.
Right. They are planning to demo it. I was just instructed to bring it in front of you guys today.
Pull the appropriate permits and move forward from there. I'm good with that. I mean,
I want to say I just met with the owner last week. So, and it was just a recent fire as well. So,
I'm sure their emotions are still in turmoil, but
Make a motion to keep it on the agenda till it's on the ground.
okay, I'll make a motion. We keep it till 8/8 or have them appear 8/8/22. Let us know what their plans are, what their timetables are. Also make sure they stay in touch with you, pull all appropriate permits, do it by the book.
Entertain a second from someone.
I'll second it.
Okay. Could you get a roll call, please, Melissa?
Commissioner Davis,
Yes.
Commissioner Ezell,
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Wilson,
Yes.
Chairperson Winters.
Yes, ma'am. Do we have any other business to come before the board tonight? We're adjourned. Yeah. Anybody been by 7-Eleven State Line Road?
I have.
He's done a pretty good job on.
He is. He really has.
Yeah.
How did that go?
Um, the mayor and Mr. Litchford took care of it.